Ruffle Feathers TV. It's your boy Phoenix. Y'all probably wondering why I ain't got all my lights on. I do got the blue in the back, but that's cool. But I'm blacked out. This is black. That's everything black, right? Because it is so hard being black. It's so hard being black. And this video I'm about to show y'all is a prime example of that. You can work your way out of the hood and go to a new neighborhood and all. It's just the same story we have seen over and over again. But this one, I'm like, just being a real estate agent, real estate appraiser, and then seeing like, man, race and real estate. Oh my gosh. It's just like, oh my gosh. Race and real estate. Look at this video, man. This is a real estate developer. A developer shares footage of him being profiled by a neighbor. Mind you, he pulled in to his own home in the driveway, and there was some white women in his driveway. It was a white woman and some kids in his driveway. Look and see how this goes.
We need you.
Notice she is already seen this black dude pulling up, and she thinks she's being followed. He is pulling into his own driveway.
What's going on?
Do you live here?
Yeah.
You do?
Papa.
I don't believe that.
What?
I don't believe that.
So what are you doing here?
Rory, come on. Rory, come on.
Hey.
Did someone come here?
That was my wife. Somebody chased her up here. And she had kids.
Who chased her?
She said somebody in a
There was a
silver
guy
truck.
in a gray truck, and he came
So
around the corner,
I don't know if you guys have a
I was in
reading.
the street, and so I come up, and I just have my kids, and so I'm like gonna pretend that I'm coming home, and so I pull up and I start walking to your back gate, and he stops here and he goes, "Are you looking for someone?" And I said, "Nope," and then he sat here, and I was like, "I need to get in."
Well, that's my husband. That's why he lives here. Yeah. He lives here. So he came in and he said there's this lady screaming, and I'm like, that's...
She got all worried that some.
Scared the crap out of me.
How?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
How did he scare you,
I
though?
had a feel.
I just seen her in the driveway and I was like, are you looking for somebody? Because I was pulling up out
And I
home.
saw someone walking in our driveway, too, and I'm like, why is someone walking in our driveway?
Well, I'm
Well, there
sorry.
we go. All right, sorry.
What?
I don't.
She said that someone was following her. So you were walking from there?
No, you came this way, didn't you?
No, I came down this street right here.
Yeah.
And I was riding slow because I'm looking at our Christmas lights.
Well, you just have to understand my point of view. Being by myself with two kids, I just saw a car coming, and so I was like, oh, it scared me, and so I just pulled up here, and I kept thinking, this could be his house. But you didn't say, this is my home. You just said, are you looking? I was like,
I did. When you was on the porch, you asked me, did I live here? I said, yeah.
And you said, no, you don't.
And you said, I don't think you do.
It was obviously you could tell that I was really caught off guard.
Like, I'm pulling in my... It's like I'm pulling in my house. Like, this is not... This neighborhood is probably one of the best neighborhoods in Ohio.
It is.
I don't... You don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Well, I'm very sorry. I really hope that you're not upset with me.
Come on, baby, go in the house. Let's go.
You told me that I didn't. You said you didn't think I live here.
It was the way that you were talking. I was so caught off guard. I'm so sorry.
Knock on the doorbell. Ring the doorbell.
Now, this video is it stands out to me because I'm like, okay, that's smart of her to be like, okay, I don't know, something seems weird. Pick the kid up, run, scream for help. Yeah, I'm thinking if that was my wife, if that was my kids, I want you to be head on a swivel, be wary of your surroundings, all that. I get that. Good job. But when you ask the man, does he live here? And you hear his voice. He's like, he got a nice sounding voice like, hey, are you looking for somebody? Like, he don't even sound like none of these thugs that she probably thinking of. And another thought comes to my mind. What type of experience have you even What have you been through to what make you be like, yo, this person's trying to do this to me? Like, I could see if she had some past trauma, but I don't think she has. I looked at her Instagram and all that. Yo, she do not be around folks like this. She in a nice neighborhood, right? And then you see a black dude with dreads pulling up, trying to get in his driveway, like, hey, ma'am, excuse me, do you need something? Who, if somebody is trying to rob you or grab you up, they're not gonna be all slow and roll down the window and be polite. Hey, ma'am, how you doing? Are you looking for something? Can I help you with something? No, like that's not how they come in. They jumping out the car, they pulling up. They're very strategic. They not gonna say too much or nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, woman. And then you probably could have called the cops and got this man in trouble, like some way, somehow pulled up to the spot. They just imagine how bad this could have been. Then you had the nerve to come back with your husband. Husband doesn't say nothing, doesn't apologize. Somebody was chasing my wife or something. Somebody chased your wife? Nobody chased your wife. And then you say, I live here. And she says, I don't think you do. I don't think you do. Well, man, what the hell are you doing in my driveway? Like, I'm in the wrong. Man got dreads, a black dude. You just like, oh no, I wonder what it would happen if it was a white woman, if it was a white man. You see what I'm saying? Mexican man, anybody else but this black dude with dreads. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is absolutely terrible. This is nasty work. That's what they say, nasty work. This is nasty work. I haven't used that word in a long time, but I get it now. There's no other way to put it. You were stereotyping. This is not racism. This ain't being racist. This is just, it's just bad taste and bad faith. Like, come on, what are we talking about? You gonna run out like, I don't believe you, ringing people's doorbell. Then you gonna run down the street and yell help. I could see if bruh tried to get out the car and that would have led you to take off running or anything. But he like, ma'am, can I help you with something? What are you doing? Like, who does that, pulls in somebody's driveway? Like I said, I get it. I get it. You're scared. You outside walking your kids. Clearly it's dark as hell. Like, why are you doing that? Why? Why are you outside with your little girl, your little kid, walking the baby? Like, look at her, nervous. I get it. She's nervous. So I give her some grace from that. But then she comes, you got to understand why I was feeling like that. Like, no, ma'am, I don't understand why. I'm driving home and you're in my driveway and you're talking about, we need to give you good grace. It's like instantly I'm the victim. I'm victimizing myself, pick the baby up, tell my kids run, all that stuff. You just traumatized your little daughter. Now she looking at black people thinking, oh, they all trying to grab her. Like, imagine what she probably telling her kid. Hey, if you see somebody like that pull up or something, you run. I get that. Being aware of your surroundings, I totally support that. But damn, baby, you come back with your husband, somebody's chasing my wife. Oh, this, that, like, that's why you need to get to know your neighbors. That's why you need to get out and talk a little bit more. Better yet, just have that fire on you. Like, yo, you straight? All that? Nah, I ain't looking for nobody. I'm just walking the kids. All right. And then do you live here? Yeah, you live here? Oh, okay. All right, get your kid, walk down and leave. And if a nigga tries something, hey, you got a strap on you. Have your hand on something, bro. Like, come on. This is just terrible. Terrible. Literally profiled this man at his own home. Do you know how bad this could have went? And imagine if, hell, she was so scared that she would have had a gun. She would have upped it on him. It's hard being black. Yo, she would have upped it on him, bro, at his own house, trying to get in his driveway. Look at this nice house. You in the best part of Ohio. When the last time you heard about somebody getting kidnapped? Like a nigga gonna take you, your baby, and your little girl. Come on, man. This is an L on all fronts. All fronts.
Scared the crap out of me.
How?
I'm so sorry.
How did he scare you though?
If that scares you, you'll be scared of anything. You will be scared of anything. Then to take off running, yelling, help, help. Like, what? What? I don't care what nobody say. And that's why I say race and real estate, man, because as an appraiser and even as a realtor, as a real estate agent, they teach you so much about race. So much about it. I'm like, why are we learning so much about race? Why? Because they did a study when they had this black woman in the house, right? Acting like she was getting the house appraised. Then she hired 3 different people to come appraise her house, right? or I think it might have been 6 or something like that. Yeah. So she had a whole bunch of black stuff in the house, right? And they undervalued her home. She took all the black stuff down to African, all that stuff. Then they appraised her house higher than what it was actually worth. And you should have seen the numbers. They was like, here. Like it was all completely different. And all of them was under what the house was actually worth. This is why you got to be aware, man. Y'all got to stop being scared of black people, dog. Like when really you are the boogeyman in this situation. You are. This could have been way worse, dog.
What's going on?
Do you live here?
Yeah.
You do?
Papa.
Do you live here? I don't know whose house this is. Do you live here? Yeah. I don't believe that. Well, what would make it so hard to believe? Please give me 2 reasons why it would be hard to believe that this man is pulling into his driveway, into his house, and you don't believe him. Why? Now, it could have been bad timing. Maybe I'm giving her a hard time, but still, you got to be aware of this. And then to come back and be like, well, you got to understand why I felt like that. Why? Because you got kids with you? Like, okay, like I'm saying, I understand your point. But she should have been, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I feel so terrible about this. No remorse, no. Oh, well, you got to understand. Come back with the husband. Somebody was chasing my wife. You think that white dude ain't have a gun on him? Somebody was chasing his wife. He going to just come back to the scene with no gun? And the car is still there?
I don't believe that.
What?
I don't believe that.
He said, what?
You what?
So what are you doing here?
Rory, come on.
What are you doing here? That's what he asking. What are you? That's what any homeowner would ask for. What are you doing here, man? Like,
Rory, come on.
now, obviously, this man ain't chasing her. This man probably ain't even got out of his car yet. Probably just pulled in the driveway. And she's screaming help, yelling it out. Help! Help!
What?
Did someone come here?
That was my wife. Somebody chased her up here. And she had the kids.
Who chased her?
She said somebody in
There
a
was a
silver
guy
truck.
in a gray truck, and he came
So
around the corner,
I don't
and
know if you guys have a
I was
read.
in the street, and so I come up.
He came around the corner. I was in the street. That's it. He came around the corner. I was in the street. So you knocking on neighbors' doors. You ringing the doorbell. You screaming, help.
I just have my kids, and so I'm like gonna pretend that I'm coming home, and so I pull up and I start walking to your back gate, and he stops here and he goes, "Are you looking for someone?"
As anybody would do. Shorty, you outside my house, look like you the one casing the place. Looking like you and your little kids trying to rob my house. What are y'all doing on my property? Why are y'all around my house? What are you doing? Just if you walking down the street, keep walking. If ain't nobody messing with you, why would you exert like all this energy and then go up on the man's porch, ringing the doorbell, yelling help? Like,
I said nope, and then he sat here, and I was like, I need to get in.
Well, that's my husband. That's why he lives here. Yeah. He lives here. So he came in and
look, he's like, what?
he said there's a lady screaming, and I'm like, that's
He probably looking at his wife like, what this? Like, ain't no telling the type of mess that she done got this man into.
You got all worried that some.
scared the crap out of me.
How?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
how did he scare you though?
Okay, we got a sorry.
I just seen her in the driveway and I was like, are you looking for somebody? Because I was pulling up out
And I
home.
saw someone walking in our driveway too, and I'm like, why is someone walking in our driveway?
Well, I'm
Oh, there
sorry.
we go. All right, sorry.
What?
I don't.
She said that someone was following her. So you were walking from there?
No, you came this way, didn't you?
No, I came down this street right here.
Yeah.
And I was riding slow because I'm looking at our Christmas lights.
Well, you just have to understand my point of view. Being by myself with 2 kids, I just saw a car coming, and so I was like, oh, it scared me, and so I just pulled up here, and I kept thinking, this could be his house. But you didn't say, this is my
She said, I was thinking that this could be his house.
home. You just said,
You didn't say that this is my home.
I was like,
I did. When you was on the porch, you asked me, did I live here? I said, yeah.
And you said, no, you don't.
And you said, I don't think you do.
It was obviously you could tell that I was really caught off guard.
Like, I'm pulling in my, it's like I'm pulling in my house. Like, this neighborhood is probably one of the best neighborhoods in Ohio.
It is.
You don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Well, I'm very sorry. I really hope that you're not upset with me.
Come on.
Y'all think he should forgive her? Just let bygones be bygones, whatever they say. Is that what white people say? Let bygones be bygones. Is that what they say? Yeah, let's let bygones be bygones. I don't even know what that means. But yeah, I think this was just a total overreaction, unnecessary, and extremely dangerous because you, like I said, your husband could have came with a pistol. You could have had a pistol on you. And then the black lady, you ringing her doorbell and all that, she could have came outside. She seen you in her driveway like, what's happening? What's going on? She could have came out on some aggressive type stuff. Then y'all would have really had a problem. Shorty, all you had to do is keep walking. That's all you had to do is keep walking. Keep walking. This is crazy.
Oh, baby, go in the house. Let's go.
You told me that I didn't. You said you didn't think I live here.
It was the way that you were talking. I was so caught off guard. I'm so sorry.
Crazy, man. Crazy work right here, man. But yeah, it's hard being black in some places, man. Like, I don't believe you. That's what got me when she said, I don't believe you. I don't think you do. What? You don't think I do? You don't think I live here? Why? I need to know the reasons why you don't think I live here. This ain't your house. You on my property. And the only reason you went up there is to try to trick whoever that was, to try to act like, hey, I'm at home. Like, why are you still here? Something should have rung on your bell. Like, oh, he's pulling in to drive. Like, do you live here? And he told you he lived here. That should have been like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I thought it was something else. Like, I didn't know if somebody was following me or this. He would be like, oh, no. Yeah, no, this is my house or something. My name is this, that. Like, you're good. You and your kids are good. No problem. But this is what she does. Take off running. Take off running. And I like, but hey, hold up now. It's not over with. It is not over with. We got a little bit more footage. I just seen this. I had hey, hold on. Wait. We got to put this in there, right? Hold up. Listen to her apology that she gives, right? Furthermore, playing the victim. Playing the victim, man. Let's
I was riding slow because I'm looking at our Christmas lights.
Followed 20 minutes home and my car was broken into when I was at the store. And when I was a little girl, we had a man banging on our door. And
when she was a little girl, she said in the first 5 seconds, my car was broken into when I was a little girl, had somebody banging on the door. What? Shorty, I'm just telling you, I ain't even heard this yet. But in the first 5 seconds, victim. You see what I'm saying? And if you have experienced that, why would you put yourself around those type of situations anyway, to where you were outside? If you wouldn't even be outside if you thought that it was dangerous to be outside. You know, walking with your kids, you wouldn't even have been outside. And hell, you would have had your husband beside you. I just, off them 5 seconds, she done bounced around crying. When I was a little girl. And then my car got broken into. Nothing about you being assaulted, but let's continue this mess.
helicopters hovering over our home. So, did I overreact? Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. That's that 33% I was just talking about.
But I showed up at the door and I said that I was sorry 2 times.
Damn, I tried to give you some grace. I tried to. I'm sorry. I thought the video was supposed to be over, but no.
People are going as far as saying they're not genuine apologies, that I'm out to get them for whatever reason that is. I don't know how it could be twisted that way when I literally thought he was a white man. So I knew it wasn't going to stop there, but the Facebook page stuff was deleted. Not me ever asking for any of it to be deleted. I made a public apology to them through the video to a whole followed 20 minutes home and my car was broken into when I was at the store. And when I was a little girl, we had a man banging on our door and helicopters hovering over. Go to a whole Facebook page of almost 500 residents in our neighborhood. And then I posted in the comments multiple times when people were
I don't even see no tears, shorty. Just to tell, I don't even see no tears. Like, knock it off.
just saying, like, disgusting and just tearing down our family's name. I once again came on and I said, if there's ever an opportunity to reconcile, like, I will. I'm so sorry I could have ever offended you. And so I've absolutely apologized multiple times. It's not been accepted. Go to a whole Facebook page of almost 500 residents in our neighborhood.
I would love to see this whole. I would love to see this whole. Look at that little girl rolling her eyes. Yo, I don't see no tears. Tears about as genuine as the scream she let out. Shut your dirty little mouth. Look at Justin Timberlake. Yo, ain't nobody buying this one, dog. This was even a bad taste apology. She should have came on and just owned it. Been like, she was like, you know what? I know what it might have looked like, but I was genuinely scared. If she would have said, I've been through some traumatic things in my past and wouldn't have to mention it. Didn't have to say they happened when she was a little girl. You a grown adult with kids now, ma'am. Like, come on. She said, I could have done way better with this situation. I'm not what people are saying on the internet that I am. I was just genuinely scared because I had my kids and I should not have overreacted. But the problem with this apology is, shorty, you acting like you crying without tears. You looking for sympathy, right? The same way this sentiment that I'm getting is the same way I don't believe you, and ran off talking about help, and then came back and was like, well, you got to understand where I'm at. Like, no, baby, we don't have to understand anything. It's not up for us to understand anything that you deal with. Like, you just could have came on with a more sincere apology. I wouldn't even have hopped on the video acting like I'm going to try to cry. Either I'm going to be, because I always think when people press record, why they acting like they crying, like, and start crying, I just never think it's genuine. Why are you crying? And then because you got to press record, then you got to watch it, then you got to post it. Like, no, it's always bad. Don't do stuff like that. Like, nah, absolutely not. That the security, like this is not going to be received well. And I don't care whoever watches it, everybody, 100% of people who gonna watch this gonna be like, yeah, right. No, you don't get a pass for this one, shorty. Oh, I'm sorry. I just didn't. I already apologized and blah, blah, blah. And it like, no, baby. No. Add Rotel ghost peppers in your spaghetti. Thank me later. Oh, man. They silly. They trying to set shorty on fire. But yeah. So now you want to cry, boo-hoo. Child, go to therapy. We don't give okay. Now it does look like a lot of black. I want to see if any white people commented. White tears, white lies, white fragility. Yeah. Hold on. This looks like a white guy. I'm sorry, but if you were that scared, why pack you and your 2 kids up and go over there? You were being a Karen. You were harassing that man, and now you have a million childhood trauma stories and excuses to try to cover up your true intentions. That's a white man right there. Because we got to see what the white folks think too, man, because, I know this is a black page right here, mostly black people, and they going to all be like, nope. But yeah, there was no accountability. And I said sorry. I said sorry twice, baby. You could have got this man killed. It could have ended up way worse. You just should have came on and been like, I overreacted. I didn't think, like, I've been through some things in my past, and that's why I'm kind of like that. My nerves, my anxiety is through the roof. The last thing, you just should have came on and owned it and been like, yo, if I would love to, invite him to the house. This could have been a great story. Been like, yo, the very next day, I went and brought him this, invited him over my house and all this stuff just so we can I need to learn the neighborhood. I need to meet my neighbors. That way this never happens again. And shorty, if you've been living there, have you never seen a silver truck? You walk past here, obviously. This just seems like a routine thing you do. You never seen this car here before. You ain't really paying attention to your surroundings that bad. He lived there and you said you didn't believe him. That's what I'm saying. They talking about hope you lose your job. Nah, she ain't got to lose her job. She own her business. So good for her. Why I knew this was coming. But yeah, nah. Ain't no saving. Ain't no apologies. Nah, we don't believe you, baby. Keep it. Keep that weak apology. You should never have came on acting like you crying. That just made it worse. Absolutely guaranteed made this worse. Terrible. Like, comment, subscribe. What do y'all think?